Hello, here we are at the Quick Start Real Estate School in Chicago, Illinois. We're actually in Schaumburg, filming this week's Ask Ron. So,
beautiful weather out here too, I'll tell you.
Yes, it's a beautiful day here, no rain. So the first question is from Jason in Castle Rock, Colorado. Okay. Jason's question is about yellow letters. Is there any specific points or anything slightly personalized you recommend including in my next batch to get a better response? He currently gets 1 to 2% average response.
Jason, you don't change a thing in that yellow letter, because if you do, you might wind up getting 0 response. Do it just like I got it in the book. And next thing, who's going to mail them for you? Christy King, yellowletterlady.com, is an expert on yellow letters here in Jacksonville. You can call her. You also need to get acquainted with our new Deal Finder program, because nowadays you can pull your own lists sitting at your desk and target them to the nth degree and limit the number of people you mail to by the way you target them, and then have them do the mailing if you want. They can mail a letter cheaper than you can buy a stamp for. So get up to date on the times, and I don't even know the site to send you to. Call my office if you want to and ask them how do you get information on the Deal Finder, which is also part of our new Dreams Pro today as well.
Okay, Jason has a second question. If I want to buy one pretty house per month and also sell one per month, for this level of activity, how much money should I plan on budgeting per month for marketing advertising?
That's like asking me how much is a house. It depends on what you want to do, because there's a lot of things you can do for free or almost free. Then there's a bunch of other things you can do to hire other people to get the leads for you. I don't suggest anybody spend much money on marketing until they learn how to handle a closing call, or you're just wasting your money. No use in generating leads if you're not going to follow up on them. If you think you have done that, then I do a lot of the things in there that I've suggested. And I don't know if you've been to the boot camp or not, Jason, you didn't tell me. But there's a whole list of things that we go over in that. And I'm going to come back to the Deal Finder, because it very well may be the only thing you need today. Think about it. Pulling very targeted leads. Anything you can think of to target foreclosures, probates, all those things. And producing a small amount of people that fit all those criteria in your area, and mailing a handful of pieces instead of hundreds or thousands of them to that target can't help but get you really, really good results. So I don't want you to spend a lot of money, so I know you can handle the calls when they come in, turn them into deals. And obviously, if you can get the machine up and running and you get, a slower influx of deals, you can ramp that up as you do deals. But again, handle the call first.
Okay. The next question is from Tony and Angie.
Of course.
So they said, in your recent Mentors podcast with Igor, it was mentioned that Ron's Deal Finder could be used to send cold texts to homeowners that were identified by the search. Have you started doing this, and if so, what have the results been? If not, do you plan to?
I don't know, because Adel does all that for me, and I have very little input in it. But I'll tell you this much: Adel does cold calling. He got a deal on it today. A 3-year-old townhouse, 216 owed on it. The guy selling it for what he owes on it. Excellent condition, 3 years old, in a nice area of town. I'm going to buy that one. He's out there getting a contract as we speak, and it came from cold calling a list of people that we knew owned a home, but I really don't think we knew they had a house for sale. But that's hard work. That's probably not what I suggest you do. Do all the things that you can get other people to do for you. Spend as little money as possible on it, like I just said, and then ramp up as you get your deal flow going. You can ramp up your marketing going. I just talked to Jay Connor a while ago. This guy does 30 houses a year, rehabs all of them, nets over $2 million a year on those 30 houses, and he's spending $4,000 a month in total marketing. I mean, those are ridiculous numbers. Show me any other business out there you can do that with. I don't know of any. Small outgo, huge transaction checks.
Okay. And the next question is from social media. I don't believe they know who sent it in. But the question is, can a living trust own a land trust?
Yes, it can, but I'm not sure that's what you want to happen. Your land trust should be owned by an LLC. I just got through teaching that. Now, of course, that LLC is either in the flipper business or in the keeper business. Which LLC is going to own that land trust depends on what you're going to do with that property when you buy it. If it's a wholesale or a rehab deal, it should go in the flipper entity. If you're going to put a tenant buyer in it, it should go in the keeper entity. Either way, land trust owns house, LLC owns land trust, and then you'll have to decide who owns the LLC, and that's a whole nother discussion right there, which we just had with these folks in the room.
So here's the final question.
Well, let me give you a tip.
Okay.
Look, you're a member. Go to your Gold Club site and pull down training up the top, search engine, and I mean in the search engine, put for LLC, and that should bring up a course on this stuff that I'm talking about. Probably a couple hours long or so, and I go through all of those things that have to do with entities and asset protection and estate planning and stuff.
All right, the final question is another question from the social media. We don't know who submitted it. There are people pitching the idea that you get a seller to put their home in a trust, then sell the trust to an investor, avoids the due on sale clause. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, what my thoughts are, I guarantee you what the real deal is. Sellers can put their homes in a land trust, does not trigger the due on sale clause. They have the right to put it in, for estate planning purposes, they have the right to put it into a trust, and the bank cannot call the loan due. That was established in the Garn-St. Germain Federal Depository Institution Act of 1982. Now, when they assign that trust to a new buyer, that is a sale. And you might get away without paying transfer taxes on that, and again, they might catch you because they have every right to collect transfer taxes if you assign that note. The cool part about it is nothing's recorded on public record when they assign that beneficial interest to somebody else. So really, it's just kind of a way to slime your way out of paying transfer taxes on the property. And yes, I'm not going to tell you that it won't work, because it will work, but it's something you probably ought to check with your attorney first, and you'll find out what the penalties are if they nab you for not paying transfer tax, and see if you're willing to live with it.
Okay, well, that's the end of our questions for this week.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. See you guys next week. You're running out of year real fast. Better get busy.